Hi, Chris and Nick here again at SaratogaWine.com with an old friend. These are the Zins and another wine from Robert Biale in Napa Valley, California.
Yeah. So family history going back nearly 100 years at this point.
Right.
And some vineyard plots actually dating probably before that. But Biale's been kind of a mainstay Zinfandel, Petite Sirah source for long time.
Yeah, generations.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Certainly known for their quality as well. So the first one here, we have the Party Lines in.
Yeah.
Kind of their entry level, kind of their snapshot into the brand, so to speak. I mean, beautiful kind of inky dark color. What's
surprising to me is how they stuck with Zinfandel the whole time. Like they have a couple other varietals. They actually do a Barbera, which is pretty cool. But instead of, you'd think at some point they must have considered ripping out the Zin, putting in Cabernet Sauvignon, but they didn't. They're sticking with Zin, and that's to our benefit.
Yeah, a benchmark producer, kind of in a small number of producers that really continue to focus on Zinfandel and really helps keep the grape variety alive.
Yeah, often jammy can be kind of a negative connotation, but for these wines, jammy is apt but balanced. So I love the it's not overt fruit, but it's very fruity.
Well, and like we were commenting kind of before the video, none of these are over 15% alcohol, which nowadays, I mean, some of the cabs coming from the valley and whatnot are well over 15. Yeah. So it's nice that they're dialing it in and keeping it within reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're still getting that kind of peppery, briary spice. Yeah. It's delicious. This is a great intro.
Very good prices for the quality that you get.
Sure.
Because they've been doing it for so long and have these properties and contracts with other growers for so long.
Raspberry fruit.
Yeah. Big.
A little bit of pepper.
Yep. Lots of tannic structure. There's nothing out of balance.
Yep. Jammy and delicious. Everything you want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, jump to our second here. This is kind of their iconic,
that's the
or
one.
at least most widely recognized name. So this is the Biale Black Chicken Zin. Chris, give them the geeky details on this, because this is a real fun story.
It is a fun story. So when they first started selling this just after Prohibition, people were hearing about it, and they wanted some, and so the word was sort of getting out there. So to avoid some, regulatory hassles, they came up with a code word. They actually grew white leg chicken. So if you wanted the wine, the dark Zin, the black Zin, you had to ask for Galina-Nera, which is black chicken.
Sticking it to the regulatory commission, right? A little bit. It's just a funny story, but if you dive a little bit further into kind of the minute details of it, it's really kind of an inspiring story of survival for the family, right? Aldo's father passed away unexpectedly when he was just a kid, so him and his mother kind of take over and really, they're doing whatever they can to survive, and we're certainly glad they did. So that plays into the black chicken story as well. Certainly check it out. It's really fascinating.
Yeah. It's actually the current proprietor, Bob Biale's great-grandfather was the one who died, and his father was the 13-year-old that took over. So it's still just a couple generations going.
Yeah. Much darker in profile, for sure.
Yep. Deeper, you can just smell the sort of the depth of the, it's got to be old vine. They just don't brag about it.
I'm sure. Yeah, because it's a little bit more restrained, right? It's not kind of braggadocious. It's a little bit, a little more subtle.
It is.
A little more floral.
Wow, that's beautiful. So this is, I don't know, my 5th or 6th vintage I've had over the course of my career, and it's
boy, that is good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's been a benchmark Zin for as long as I can remember.
Sure. Yeah. I think this was one of I had friends that kind of introduced me to the brand when I was a budding young wine geek, and I remember trying it for the first time. Wow, this okay. Right. All right, this is definitely a step above.
Right. Regular.
The things that I knew for Zin.
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely the top line Zin. So floral, so pretty.
Some cola notes coming through there a little bit.
Yep.
Some chocolate for sure.
Yep. I get that black cherry, black raspberry thing going on.
Dialing up the complexity here. Yeah, coming from the Party Line to the black chicken. Yeah, that's lovely.
Again, a super affordable price. Again, they must, because I've been doing it for so long. So, to me, this competes, with some of the most expensive Zins out in California.
Sure.
And it's quarter, half the price. And if there's ever a food Zin, I would definitely say the black chicken is definitely it. This is kind of a fun get the night going. this is absolutely built for food, barbecue.
Excellent with food, excellent without.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it right
Can't
now.
go wrong with that. That's awesome.
And last but not least, what do we have now, Nick?
Yeah, so this is their kind of their mainstay Petite Sirah. So this is called Royal Punishers. Quick little geeky fact here that I don't think either of us realized. Petite Sirah used to be the most widely planted grape variety in the Napa Valley for 100 years.
Right.
Until the 1960s when Cabernet started to really take off.
They're sticking with that tradition.
Yeah.
I'm sure people pressured them to rip that out and plant Cab, but
there's definitely some old vine vineyards of Petite Sirah.
Oh, sure.
And Syrah and, certain Italian grape varietals too that were kind of interplanted way back in the day. So dark and inky. Wow.
Well, bright and fresh though.
Yeah.
They're really nailing this sort of big, powerful wine with, light on its feet. It's really, just even looking at the color, I'm like, wow, this is going to be, a heavy bomb, a heavy fruit bomb. And it is not. It's super well balanced.
Yeah. Great tannin structure to it.
Yep.
Nice fruit. Great lineup from the folks at Robert Biale here, continuing the tradition of really quality made Zinfandel and Petite Sirah.
Yep.
Check them out on our website, saratogawine.com. They're awesome.
Yeah. Great wines.
Sure. All right. Cheers.
Enjoy.